What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Kim back again, representing Mr. Kimani Capital. And today I'm back with a bang, talking about the market and seeing exactly what's going on. And right off the bat, looking at crypto bubbles, you can see we have a lot of mixed reaction. I don't know exactly why we have these mixed reactions because right now Bitcoin looks so I mean it's just a bloody market. You know, and expect the same. So seeing these odds pump it out, I don't even get it. But we're gonna get it very very soon. So looking at the Bitcoin price from the monthly perspective, because we are now into a new month, we should now know exactly where what we're doing from the monthly perspective. And you can see we have now officially broken the bullish structure. Okay, we have broken this trend line, but we have not yet broken these lower lows at the 28, 29, 30K region, and that's what we're coming to retest. So I don't know if you're gonna see a nice week like what we have been seeing here, or come all the way, take out this liquidity, come all the way to 27K, flush out all this liquidity below here before you go further up, or it's just the beginning of the crash, right? I don't think so. I feel like we're gonna come flush out liquidity that is below these lows right here before we get a relief bounce all the way to probably 50K region before we go further down, right? I should expect that because I don't want to see us going all the way down just that fast, right? Like how we bumped up quickly. So that's the monthly perspective. We can see we are still in this bullish structure, holding clearly this 30K region. That's what we are looking at now that we've broken that 4K region. We have broken these wicks, which means we're going further down, right? Going to the weekly, right? The same. We have had a very strong downtrend in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, and this is the week that's just starting out. You can see this nice candlestick that engulfed all these previous uh, weeks, which makes sense now. Uh, Also to come and retest this trend line before you come further down. So expect that small relief bounce today, go further down. Of course, you're gonna go to the fundamentals and know exactly if we have any news to expect this week and what not. Right? We all we know is that interest rates was increased by 50 basis points, and we expect the Fed to start tapering at $45 billion every month from June from next month. So that's something to watch out. Very fundamental news playing out right there. Now, from the daily perspective, you can see we are still in a very strong downtrend right there, uh, falling as if there is nothing else left. So I expect us to bounce a little bit before we go further down, or come all the way down before we bounce. That's something else to be expected. Now we're in the 33K region. That means it's economic, you know. It's not that sweet. It's not that sweet. When you go further down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see clearly what's going on. A lot of strong selling pressure. Of course, I expect us to come and cover all these imbalancing right here. So I expect us to come and retest these zones in the near future. Right? And now we can adjust even this trend line to kind of fit that criteria. So which means you're gonna come all the way to get this touch sooner or later. So let's see what exactly price does on this low here. If it's gonna bounce off or uh, uh, sellers are too strong for that, right? So of course, having seen that, we have to see what gold is doing as well. So you can see also gold is dumping. So investors are also not believing in gold; they're also selling gold. And what are they believing in? Right? QQQ, the top 100 top uh, tech stocks you can see which is super highly correlated with Bitcoin. That's exactly the same scenario. We have been in a downtrend for the past month. Yeah, since since March we have been in a downtrend, and these two charts are correlated, Bitcoin and QQQ. So anytime QQQ is dropping, I expect the same for Bitcoin, right? But then what's negatively correlated? The DXY. And if you know that, if you are here, you know what the DXY is. You can see still hitting new all-time highs. This is the strength of the dollar. So when investors are the risk of these risky assets like stocks in the QQQ and crypto, okay, this is what we see. This is where the money is going. The money is going to the dollars itself, right? So this is where the money is going, and rest assured that uh, if good dollar is going to continue pumping as long as we are seeing a dump in stocks and crypto. Why? Because this is where the money is flowing. This is where people are taking all the money. So keep a very good eye on this DXY just to make sure you're on the loophole on where the money is going when it's getting off exchanges of the market. So until we break this trend line right here, which I can see is playing out very clearly, until we come and break this trend line, we'll still be in good standing. So once you break this trend line long term, okay, let's look in the monthly perspective. Okay, so you can see we have this like we are doing sort of a local high which we just broke, right? So once we break this trend line long term, guys, that's when we're gonna see like you know what, we are now in a true downtrend, and you can see here even we are still in this range right here. So once we broke off this range, we're gonna come to retest this all-time highs. You can see from a long-term perspective, right? This was back in 85, 1985. You can see this chart how old it is. Okay, so this is 1985, then it came again in 2002, and now we are trying to reclaim the 2002 levels. So that's around 20 years back. We're trying to reclaim those all-time highs. So very soon you're gonna see price trying to come all the way here. It's not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing. So we're just looking at the macro. This might take years, but hey, that's how we do things. We want to see things from a macro perspective and then judge going further down. So having said that, let's look at Luna, which is one of the tokens that we trade, and you can see from a long-term perspective, again, we just broke very key levels. So this is where the bull run start back in July 21st. Remember that at $6, you can see very well, $7, pumped all the way to $20. That's a clean 100x, guys. No, is it a 100x? No, clean like 11, 12x, right? Now we are at 62. We have already broken this trend line, which means now we have serious issues with we have serious issues with the trend. Now you can see we have officially broken the trend and expect us to come and visit these lows. When we go further down to the to the weekly, you can see to the daily, you can see clearly. So this is where I expect price to come and hold before we see a bounce, right? Just to cover this imbalance that happened here, and just to show you why where this came from was the last candlestick before the pump happened. So I expect us to come and mitigate all that, bounce off a little bit, and then come further down. So that's exactly what I'm expecting for Luna. And yeah, let me just check on CoinGecko stats right now. What's going on? The market cap has dumped really hard. Yeah, we're at 1.6. Bitcoin is at 640 billion. Crazy. 102 billion volume. That's super low as well. Let's see the 24-hour volume. What's going on? Terra is still number there on 4.4. You can see more. We have very aggressive sellers in the space. Tron is also up there. XRP, BNB. Wow, what is happening with Tron? I need to know what's happening. It has pumped 20% the past 20 days. Oh yeah, I remember they launched their stablecoin called I don't know USD something. They have a stablecoin they launched, so I think that volume is what's bringing up the price of Tron. Definitely. So yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Let's see what's happening with the coin glass. You see the ratio of shorts to longs. You can see longs are pretty much secure right there. They know what they're doing. Shorts, sorry. You can see the same with the exchanges. Long and short orders. Liquidations. Let's see liquidations that have been wrecked. These are longs that have been wrecked. The funding rate, the expected funding rate is also super negative. You can see there, which means longs are being incentivized to be in the market right now. So, trending first, blue chips, hourly Bitcoin below that 4 USD, Ethereum keeps trending lower. Monero, Axie Infinity, and near the rally. That's what we saw here, right? We see all that information on Crypto Bubbles. So this is Axie Infinity, Monero right here near protocol, XCN, Cream, LDO, and Toncoin. These are the coins that are rallying waves. I don't know why, GMT as well, and Tron right here. The rest are dumping like shit. So once that's sorted, let's come to Mesari, Mining Capital CEO, accused of 16 investment fraud scheme, Luna adoption within a day, as well down Stellar USD stablecoin. Wow. Some of risk ahead. Wow. Crypto industry supporting function is an opportunity to rebrand. Just crypto like railways is among the world's top innovations for the millennium. Harmony One Weekly. Wow. So you can see while you can get into this article to see why Luna dropped 20%. Anywho, let's finalize with checking out the calendar, right? So I've put in my filters to make sure I only see what's relevant to the US dollar. That's what's relevant to me. So you can see today we don't have any critical news. Critical news is noted in red. So to Wednesday, tomorrow no news. Wednesday we have the CPI. The CPI is the inflation month by month, which is expected to reduce. You can see right here, the forecast is actually 1.2, which means from the last month. So which means um, uh, it's expected to be the same. The core CPI as well is expected. Uh, the core inflation is expected to increase. Oh my God! You can see actual and forecast. So if it increases, of course, the market's gonna take a hit. And of course, on Thursday we also have the PPI. Okay, the PPI is the producer price index. So PPI basically measures how much change of price in finished goods and services sold by producers. So if the PPI increases, that means there is more production going on. Okay, it's leading indicator of consumer inflation. When producers charge more for goods and services, the higher costs are usually passed on to the consumer, right? So this is basically finished goods PPI also final demand. Of this is the cost um, this is the cost accrued by manufacturers. Okay, so it's a leading indicator of consumer inflation. And producers charge more for goods. Yeah, so this is basically um, the price incurred by producers or manufacturers in production of goods. And you can see the actual is 1.4, focus is 1.7, which means the actual price of production has increased, which is good for the market, right? That's why it's a very key indicator of how the economy is performing, and that affects the dollar, which is opposite to the CPI, which is a consumer price index, which basically means is a change of price in goods and services purchased by consumers. So uh, consumer prices amount for majority of overall inflation. Inflation is important currency valuation, inflation causes central bank to raise interest rates out of respect of the inflation commitment. So the average price of various goods and services at some point compared to the previous year. So CPI is basically how the cost to the consumer, how are they purchasing things, their capacity to purchase things. Nothing is changing from the forecast and the actual. So let's see what how this is going to affect the market. So when it's that they expect a lot of volatility before now the for FOMC financial stability report, but you can see these are not very strong. Uh, they're not going to affect the market strongly. And again, Friday we have import prices month by month, which is expected to increase. So if import prices are increasing, that means you're going to have an increase in PPI, the purchasing index for manufacturers. And of course, we expect this to increase because of the supply chain issues um, that's happening in China. I'm not sure where they are right now, but that's exactly what's happening. Let's see if we have any news. Of course, we have these are more forex news. China Premier wants grave job situation amid lockdown, so there's still lockdowns right there, which means more problem in the supply chain, more more import prices, and more, of course, that translates to the sellers, um, to the consumer, which means more prices of goods. And yeah, that's how inflation plays out. So that's exactly what's going on for the week. So let's see exactly what will be uh, the reaction to the market. As of right now, we know everything is uh, not well at all. Okay, but we expect this relief bounces. So see you when you see me. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check me out on IG because that's where we are going to live every single day. Cheers, guys.